Hello and welcome back to our channel. This is another segment of Let's Talk Fishing, and I'm pretty excited about this pattern that I'm going to be talking with you guys today about. This was my very first attempt at painting a crayfish or crawfish pattern, depending on how you want to say it. Now my brother Robert has painted a craw pattern before, but I myself have not. This is indeed my first attempt at a crayfish pattern. And not all of them turned out, I'll be honest. I painted 5 of the 2.5 square bill, which is what this is, and I painted 5 of the 1.5 square bills. And only 3 of the 2.5s turned out to a point where I am willing to put them up for sale. The other ones I will not be selling. I'll either keep them and fish them myself, or I'll give them away to certain customers who, pro staffers, things like that. So anyways, but the ones that did turn out, I am very happy for my first attempt at a crayfish pattern at how well these did in fact turn out. Now I'm sorry I went ahead and put hooks and hardware on this one, and I left this one blank or not outfitted with hardware. My intention was to show you guys the second pattern that I painted, which was the ocean craw. But unfortunately I thought I left a 2.5 out ocean craw to show you guys, and then the autumn craw I was going to show you in the 1.5, but I ended up leaving both of the autumn crawdaddy patterns out and not the ocean. So we'll do the best we can with these, and you can go to our website to see how the second pattern, the ocean craw, turned out. Our website, reallegitcustoms.com, of course. And let's get into the pattern. So we have this nice yellow bottom on this autumn crawdaddy pattern. That's the name that I chose for this color scheme. And with that rubber on there, it really wants to hold on to that bill. But as you can see, it's a beautiful, vibrant kind of golden sunshine yellow that we have down here on the bottom. And our shell pattern is outlined by this broken up black line done in nice black paint. And then we have the actual shell color, which is this really rich orange gold color that I really think turned out nice. Give you guys a look at it. And then as you come up to the top, you have a rich red with a slight orange tint to it to complete the backbone of this bait. And of course we've got those flip-flop eyes that give you all sorts of color in there. I'm seeing yellows and greens and blues. There's some orange in there. I really like those eyes. And we can see where the red, that dark red, I kind of brought back behind the eye when I painted this on both sides. And then to give the structure to the shell pattern a little 3D aspect to it, I came in and gave a black dot pattern over the shells. Did it on both sides. Because if you look at a crayfish, you know, especially your older ones, their shells do have some structure to it, like bumps and, you know, different little combat wounds they've gotten throughout their life that pop mark their shells. And that's what I went ahead and tried to do here. And then to give some more breaking up of the back, I added a different type of structure that's a little more uneven, so to speak. Different shapes in there, some bigger, some smaller. But overall, I think it really sets this pattern off, and it's going to help entice fish to strike. And of course, the other thing that we can see really well is that metallic glitter that we have mixed into our clear coat. That gives it just that little bit of extra flash. You can see all sorts of color in that metallic finish. Greens and purples and orange and blue and gold and silver, all throughout. And of course, this is on a 2.5 square bill. We got that bill that's square. That's like a big shield for that front hook, right? Going to help it bounce off of structure. When this hits a log or a rock, it's going to want to lift. That bill comes down, protects that hook from hitting that structure, and allows this to bounce off. And it also brings that back hook up and away from that cover as well. Great crankbait. Love throwing these on the river, love throwing these from shore, love throwing these over shallow weed submerged beds. Just great for ticking off cover. Rocks, weeds, branches, wood stumps, anything like that. These things work perfect for it. And then of course I went ahead and painted the same style pattern on the smaller 1.5 square bill. Again, still got that square bill to it. Gonna do the same thing if there were hooks on it, and bounce and lift that bait up. Same color palette, right? So we've got that nice bright sunshiny yellow bottom. We've got the black outlines for our shell pattern that's done here. We've got a nice orange, a rich deep orange color in between the shells. And then as you come up, you can see where we went into the darker red with a little bit of orange tint to it. Got the same flip-flop eyes on this bait. You're going to get lots of different colors. I even see purple in this one pretty well. Blue, purple, green, orange, maybe even a little bit of yellow in there. And then I did bring that red color back behind the eye just to help give a little more contrast and pop to the bait. And if I get close enough, we will be able to take a look at that glitter that helps add the extra flash to this bait. Very nice. As you can see, I gave the 3D structure to the shells by adding in that black pot mark pattern. And then the backbone is done with that same different pattern. It's got different sizes in there. As you can see, we got some smaller stuff going on with some bigger stuff. None of it is really the same. It's pretty random. And some people will notice the bill here does have some clear. I tend to clear that little dagger that I usually paint on my baits. But the thing to remember about bills is water acts as a clear coat. So as soon as this gets in the water, this becomes crystal clear. Fish can't see it. It looks just like water. That's the same way, like for people that don't clear coat their bills to get them crystal clear, some of your bills will be frosted. That frost goes away in water. Water acts just like a clear coat would over a bill. Fills in all the imperfections, the pop marks, and the only thing that the fish would be able to see is that V that I leave in there. But I've come to like that, actually. I see it as a calling sign of the baits that I paint. You don't see any other painters really leave a peak like that on their baits. And just sets my baits apart. I kind of like it. So, but anyways, I am very happy with the way that my craw pattern turned out. I'll be honest, craw patterns were intimidating, are still intimidating. I see some great craw patterns out there, and I always thought, man, those things seem so difficult to paint. And I was nervous. I was nervous painting these. I wasn't sure how they would turn out. But I have to say that I feel like I did a pretty good job on these, and that they are going to fish very well, and that anybody that purchases these, they're going to be very happy with them. And I have every intention of continuing to do crayfish patterns, and I am going to continue working at being creative with them and trying to set myself apart from other crayfish patterns, and they're only going to get better from this point on. So if you guys like these patterns, if you like this particular pattern, please leave me a comment saying so. Tell me what you like about it. Tell me what you don't like about it, if there is anything that you're not liking. I'm going to do other color combinations too. Right now, like I said, I've got a blue one out that's got a green bottom, and then I've got this one. But I intend on working with purples. I intend on working with reds as well. Probably do something a little different with orange and yellow too. So, but yeah, if you haven't already, please, if you like this video, subscribe to our channel. Leave comments on your thoughts, whether you like it, whether you don't like it, what you think should be added, what you really think should stay with the next pattern that I do. And I will read the comments, and I will take anyone's advice that they're willing to give me. And as you can tell, love the rattle on these crankbaits. And I have fished both these style crankbaits, the 2.5 and the 1.5, and they are a go-to choice for me fishing almost any body of water. Lakes, rivers, creeks, you name it. These are great baits for your inland shore fishermen. The other thing I will say, when sharing the two patterns that I've painted on Facebook on a particular page that I am part of, I had a gentleman show me pictures of coho he was catching on square bills in the river. So I'm highly interested in trying to troll some of my square bills this year for coho. So stay tuned for that. If I do catch any coho or any salmon or steelhead on these baits, I will definitely share that with you guys. I'm very interested to see what this spring brings. I've got a guy who's going to be hopefully taking me out on his boat a couple of times, and I am going to try running some different stuff that I paint to catch fish, specifically coho, steelhead, salmon, and trout. So anyways, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching the video. Thanks for subscribing, and thanks for any comments, suggestions that you may have. You can always check us out on Facebook. If you're interested in purchasing any lures that you see, or you want to know what other lures we paint, because I definitely am not showing you everything that has been painted for Real Legit Customs. Again, you can go to our website. It's reallegitcustoms.com. Notice it's real like a fishing reel, E-E-L, not E-A-L. So thank you again. You guys have a great day, and I will be talking fishing with you later. And as always, remember, legit, get her bit.